Hi guys, welcome to the class. So today's session is it's about inheritance. So let us discuss inheritance. Inheritance. So inheritance means what? Inheritance means it is the capability of one class to inherit properties from another class. So I am writing here the definition. What do you mean by inheritance? It is the capability of one class to inherit. I'm taking small font, otherwise it's okay, no problem. Wait some time. So properties inherit properties from another class. So this is about inheritance. So in this, let us take, I am taking one class. Okay, now class A. I am taking class A. This is class A. Class A. So this class A contains what? Some properties. Okay, let us take some properties. So again I am taking another class. Class B. Class B. So class B having some properties. Okay. Class B having some properties. In object oriented programming we discussed this inheritance concept, but in detail we will learn in this chapter. Okay, inheritance chapter. So now understand the definition now. Class B, it has some properties. Okay, so it is a capability of one class. Assume this class having the capability, some capability it has, some features, extra features it has. So now I wanted to apply these features to this class, these properties to this class. It is a capability of one class to inherit properties from one class to another class, from this class to this class. So what happens? This, whatever the properties it has, this will be copied. Okay, this will be copied. So this will be copied to this class. One simple example I am taking. Okay, let us take one simple example. He is X person. He is one person. He is one person. He is one person. Okay, now his name is Tom. Let us take Tom. Tom having good qualities. What qualities? Planting trees. Planting trees. Planting is a good habit, and helping helping poor childrens, helping poor childrens to educate, poor childrens for education, for education, helping poor childrens for education. These are the two uh, properties of this person called Tom. Okay, now again another person I am taking. He is another person. His name is Y. His name is Y. Okay. His name is Y. His name is Y. Okay. Otherwise, Yon. 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 His name is Yon. So, this Yon does not contain any properties of him. He won't do planting. On his birthday, he will celebrate with cake only, not with by planting a tree. Okay, now he does not contain this behavior of this one, planting a tree on his. So Tom is celebrating his birthday by by celebrating with the cake along with the planting a tree, and also helping a poor children for education on his birthday. So Yon does not have a habit of doing helping poor children for education and also planting a tree. Now, so now what we are doing? We are inheriting. That means we are transferring his property to him. Okay, now he is adopting his features, his properties. So finally what happens? These properties also adopted by this person. We are inheriting the properties. Okay, now so we are inheriting the properties to Yon. Okay, so now this class have a capability of planting a tree and helping poor childrens. We are inheriting these properties to this class. Assume this is one class, this is another class. This class properties we are inheriting, means we are copying, we are giving, we are transforming to this class. So technically we are speaking in this manner. It is the capability of one class. It is a capability of one class to inherit properties. These properties to another class is called as inheritance. Okay, now inheritance. So Yan, let us take in this example, Yan he is on his own. He cannot implement a planting tree and helping a poor children. It is very difficult to implement by himself. By with the help of Tom, he can inherit the properties so that the job will be very easy. Correct? Suppose you are learning one concept. So without my explanation, you cannot learn it. Correct? Otherwise, let us take example. You are coming to the college. Correct? So while after coming into the college, so if the lecturer if not allowing you, you cannot enter into the class. Is it correct? So what happens? Other persons entering into the class with that property, you are also entering into the class. Correct? The same thing here we are explained here. Tom has some qualities. The qualities we are adapting to this person. So technically we are speaking in this manner. It is a capability of one class to inherit the properties of another class called inheritance. Okay now. So inheritance is the one of the feature of object oriented programming, one of the characteristics of an object oriented programming. Okay, so every in an inheritance compulsory we have two classes. Compulsory we have two classes. In order to implement inheritance we require two classes. So one is base class. This is most important, base class, and also we require derived class. Without these two we cannot implement an inheritance. Cannot implement inheritance. Compulsory we require a base class and derived class. So now what do you mean by base class? What do you mean by base class? Base class means it is the class whose properties are inherited by another class. It is same as like inheritance definition, base class. So this is what base class. Okay now, it is the class whose these properties are inherited by another class, inherited to the other class also we can say. Okay now, it is also called as superclass. It is also called as superclass. Okay, so this is base class. So what do you mean by derived class? It is the class that inherits properties from base class. It is a class that inherits properties from base class. See, in this example you can observe. So this is base class. So this is derived class. So here you can observe it is a class. So this is a class. That inherits the properties from where? From base class it is inheriting. Correct? It is inheriting from the base class. So it is a derived class. It is a derived class. Okay. So now what is a base class? It is a class whose properties are inherited. This already inherited. This property is already inherited by some other classes. It is inherited. Okay now. So now it becomes a super class now. Now this class is a super class or base class. Base class. You can say here inherited to the another class also, you can say, whose properties are inherited to the another class by another class also. Okay na? So this is the base class and derived class explanation. And also we have some defining derived classes. So how to define a derived classes? So base class, all of you know how to derive a base class. So I am taking example here, how to derive a base class. How to derive base class? Class name. A is a base class. Okay now, A is a base class. So now this is a base class derivation. derivation. Okay na. So I am going to illustrate you the defining a derived class. So how I am going to derive a derived class? So the first syntax is class derived class name, derived class name colon visibility mode base class name is the most important syntax. So class derived class name, visibility mode, and base class name. Again come down, taking pair of braces. In this pair of braces, so you can write here members of the derived class. Here we can include inside members of the derived class. Okay, now members of the derived class. So this is a syntax for deriving derived classes. Okay, now so in this I am taking, so here class is keyword, class is keyword, this is keyword. Okay, again derived class name of the derived class, give the name of the derived class here. Okay, now visibility mode, specify the visibility like public or private or protected. Okay, now so here user defined base class name we are giving. Okay, now if no visibility mode is specified, then by default visibility mode is considered as private. If does not mention any visibility mode here, in default it will take private visibility mode. Okay, now so I am taking one simple example so that you can understand. So here class is a keyword, here we are writing the derived class name, our own name, derived class name, visibility mode it may be public or private or protected, base class name we are giving our own base class name. I am taking one simple example, base class and derived class. Okay, now class father. Okay, na? Class father. So father, inside father I am taking private access specifier. This is a private access specifier. This private access specifier contains declaration of a variable. So this is array declaration, array variable declaration. I am taking array variable declaration, CHAR and int age. Okay, na? So these are the two variables. One is name array 50 characters, age of int type. So these two variables I am declared under private access specifier. Okay, na? Inside of the class called father. So I am taking another public access specifier. So why I am taking public access specifier? These data can be accessed anywhere in the program. Okay, na? So I'm taking int boys, int girls. So void read data, okay, void write data. So here you can observe here, so this is a class. What does base class is a base class. So base class contain private access specifier variables, these two public access variables, these are. Okay, na? These are functions. Read data is a function, member function. Write data is also member function. Okay, this is how we can say member data. Boys, girls are the member data, age member data. So members of the class are two. One is member data and member function. Read data is function, write data is function. Okay, now I am taking 1 second. So now I am taking another one. This is the derived class. So derived class, I am taking derived class. So first one is class. Now tell me, class is a keyword I have mentioned. Derived class name I am taking. Derived class name, example sun. Okay now, and visibility mode, which is the visibility mode? Public I am taking. So again, base class name father. Okay, now this is the syntax. So at it down parenthesis, private access specifier I am taking. In this private access specifier I am taking char company of 50 characters and float of salary. You can say int also, no problem. Int of salary. Okay, and in public access specifier I am taking void get data. This is a function, member function, and void display. This is also one member function. Okay na? So this is which class? Derived class. See, so you can compare with this one. You can observe here. See, you can hear class is a keyword, sun is the derived class name, visibility mode colon, visibility mode I am taking public, and base class name as father. So base class name means this one. This I am taking here. Okay now. So this is what defining a derived class. When you declare a class, you can indicate what class it derives from writing a colon after the class name. The type of derivation, either public or private or protected. Okay now, and the class from which it derives, that you have to identify. Okay now, so you can see this is the base class. Programmatically we are writing this is a base class, this is derived class. Okay, we are inheriting the properties from this class only, from father only son is coming, right? So we are inheriting the properties from father to this son. Okay na. So here we no need to mention some values of son, because we are inheriting from this class, right? That's why. So this is the best example for a derived class. Okay, and also we have three different types of derived classes. One is private derived classes, and public derived classes, and protected derived classes. So how we can define private and public and protected derived classes? Take this example, same example. This is public derived class. Okay, I am taking private derived class. Okay, so what is the changes? What are the changes we have to do? So I am removing this public, I am placing private. If I place private, it becomes a private derived class. If not mention any visibility mode, it considered as a private. Okay, you can mention private also, no problem. So this is a private derived class. Private derived class, here parenthesis here. This is a private derived class. So you can include this data as it is in the inside. It becomes a private derived class. If I mention instead of private, if I mention protected, it becomes a protected derived classes. Okay now, as it is this data, you can place it here, no problem. Okay now, so these are the three different types of derived classes. Okay, So one of the most important question we are discussing now. This is the most important question. Please concentrate. So types of inheritance.